Hello, McFly, you in there? Okay, come on. All right, let's do this. I told you needed a calculator, but guess what? Your calculator isn't even gonna quite work. You're gonna have to wipe off some zeros and then wipe them back on. I didn't tell you that. I wanted you to see if you could figure out. You're probably like, my calculator doesn't fit all these digits in 23 trillion. Yep, doesn't. All right, here we go. 4A, how many total work hours would it take to pay off the national debt assigned at your wage of $170.43, which is your well-paid lawyer? Okay, so we're gonna have to divide. You have to do the 23.3 trillion divided by 170.43. All right, we're dividing up the total number of monies by how much we earn per hour. This will give us the number of hours it would take. I'm going to pull out my trusty calculator. Yeah, Casio, your name in home electronics since like 1968. All right, we're going to say 23.3, and you're like, wait, I didn't do it like that. I need some bright light, man. This is solar. 23.3 divided by 170.43 equals. And you're like, whoa, what? So I got 0.136713. You should have gotten something like that, but your decimal probably was in a different place because I used a 23.3. But really, the decimal, if we want to do the big number, is way over here. So to say 23.3 trillion, when you write the T after, that means trillion. Well, if I can't just do it like this and think that that number is the right number. Oh, I can work only 0.13 hours and I'm done? Sweet. It's not even an hour. No, that's not true. I've got to move the decimal from here to here. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spots. So guess what? How many spots I'm going to move that decimal? If you said 12, you said the right thing. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many more? 6 more. That means they're all going to be zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of this ugly line here. Let's put in our commas. 1, 2, 3, boop. 1, 2, 3, boop. 1, 2, 3, boop. Okay, and here's your answer for 4A. It would take about blank hours. Your answer, you should have gotten something pretty close to this. If you got the digits, but you're off with your zeros, it was because of your calculator issue. So it would take somebody making a whopping $170.43. It would take 136,700,000. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say million? Let's try that again. It would take 136,713,000,000 hours earning the whopping hourly rate, I'm not even gonna say the word, hourly, to get up to the national debt. But wait, there's more. Let's go on to B. How many people would it take to work that many hours? So let's say there's a whole fleet, like of a whole planet of people making the big bucks. How many of them is it going to take to get this much? Remember, their whole lifetime, they're going to live, work 100,000 hours, right? We worked that out from last time. Hours in a life, 100,000. We don't need that quite yet. But here we go. How many people would it take to work that many hours? Yeah, we do need that. Yeah, I lied. Okay. So we've got to take this number and divide it by, well, if all these people are going to work 100,000 hours in their lifetime, I should take this and divide it by 100,000 of those people working their whole lifetime, and that should tell us how many humans it's going to take to fulfill this hourly rate. Because this is hours, we're dividing it by the number of hours in a life, and it'll tell us how many lives it's going to take to do this. So you're like, wait a minute, that's dividing by 1 with a bunch of zeros. You're right, so we don't even have to do any division. You don't even need your calculator, because when you divide anything by 1, you just get itself. But if I'm dividing by something with 5 zeros on top of that 1 that's there, guess what that's going to do over here? It's going to wipe out 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leaving only 1 zero left. So that is 136,713 with one more zero. Let's put in our commas. Okay, so here you go, people. It would take about 1,367,130 people earning $170.43 their whole careers per hour, their whole lifetimes, in working lifetimes. And they would each work for 100,000 hours, we already said that, in their lifetime to earn enough money to pay off the national debt. So there you go, people. It's going to take 1.5 million people working their entire life in this country. This is just our country. So 1.5 million of our 300-something million Americans are going to work their whole lives getting paid big bucks. They're going to do nothing with their money but pay off the national debt, and then it would be taken care of. Except for the fact called interest. And we're not going to do that, but this number is getting bigger every day. So by the time these guys paid off that 23 million, they don't do this in the book. By the time they paid that sum, there'd still be a whole other chunk sitting there because the interest has been getting bigger every day. But I know, that's a depressing notion. But guess what? There aren't that many millions of Americans earning that amount of money. So guess what, kids? Your generation has a big problem. You're going to try to make it a little better than my generation has done, which has been horrible. Okay, let's move on to more optimistic things. That's page 298. Go on to the math box on 299, would you?